Hi Cancer, I'm Desi. This is my channel Starchaeology Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. It's a joy to see you again. We're almost in a new year, guys. This is a big reading for January 2021. I am so excited to see what the start of this next year has in store for you. If you have specific intentions or questions that you want to set or ask, now is the time to do so as I tune in with Spirit and shuffle. This is good for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you're curious about a more specific reflection of the very unique being that you are, I highly encourage you to watch your other placements. Because we are more than just our sun sign. So on that note, let's dive in. Cancer, January is calling upon you to level up into a new level of self-trust. Self-trust and dependence on yourself, meaning independence. There are things that you have had to sacrifice, or you are sacrificing, you're in the process of sacrificing for your eventual benefit and for certain securities and achievements that you are prioritizing, but you know that you can't get there without self-sacrifice in some way. What I'm seeing here is that your self-trust, some of you are having issues with self-trust right now. You're having a kind of disconnect from yourself, or from that deeper, your highest self, that deeper wisdom in yourself, and you're not quite sure how to reconnect with that, with your higher self. But the key actually lies in looking at your past, looking at everything you've done up until now, and seeing if you have been certain of your decisions when you've made them, or if you've made decisions where you felt you didn't have that sense of certainty. Because it's the lack of that sense of certainty that breeds a lack of trust in yourself. It's having more certainty in others than certainty in you, that then leads to this disconnected relationship between you and your higher self. And that's a big issue for you right now. That's something that's coming up to the surface in January for you to heal. On the flip side of that, there are some of you that you are experiencing a sense of peace in January, a sense of success and achievement in January that is not based on any outward external validation. Rather, that sense of peace, that sense of success, it comes purely from you knowing, having that certainty that you've done what you felt was the best thing for you to do at every single moment in your life, or recently, just at certain points leading up to the current situation that you're in. And even if now you have this hindsight that's 2020, and you're like, oh, if only I knew then what I know now, that doesn't matter, because you didn't know what you know now. You had the information that you had at that time, and you made the best possible decision. And it's simply that, it's certainty simply in that leads you to, that breeds self-trust, cultivates self-trust, and makes your decision making and your success in decision making stronger and stronger the more you do that. throughout your life. You know, you're getting into this place of depending on yourself, and it doesn't matter how old you are either. You know, this happens like, there are people who go their entire lives without developing a strong sense of self-reliance and a strong sense of self-trust. The Queen of Pentacles in tarot is the most confident. There's a confidence with the Queen of Pentacles, and that confidence comes from trust in herself. Even if you, well, no, let me reverse that. If you are facing issues of confidence right now, of self-confidence, that is rooted in the same thing as self-trust. That is rooted in the same issue of not trusting yourself. That's why you don't feel confident in the world. It is not based on any form of external validation, despite everything that our culture and society tells us. You know, oh, you don't check this box, you don't match what this standard, this cultural standard is. It's easy for us to then think, oh, that's why I'm not confident, because there is this flaw that I have. This is a flaw. But really, that lack of self-confidence comes from not trusting the deeper truths that we know. Not trusting the wisest part of ourselves, the part of you that says, that fights that cultural norm and says, actually, you are, for some of you, I think you really need to hear this, that thing that you've considered a flaw all your life is actually a beautiful strength. And when you question that, when you fight that, when you deny that, of course that leads to a lack of self-confidence, because it's rooted in a lack of self-trust, because you're not trusting that divine part of yourself telling you the truth. So there is this marriage taking place for you in January, Cancer, that is a marriage between a sense of certainty about your decisions, about your life, and your trust in yourself. And trust in yourself also goes hand in hand with your trust in some higher power. Trust in yourself mirrors trust in the universe. It's not a self-reliance, like a kind of self-reliance that isolates you, that makes you think, oh, it's me against the world, and the only person I can trust is me, or the only thing I can depend on is me. People who trust themselves also trust the world. People who easily trust the world do so because they trust themselves. Those two things go hand in hand because those things aren't separate. So some of you are coming into this realization and this discovery that separateness is an illusion, and that a lack of trust in some greater force, whatever you want to call that, spirit, God, the universe, love, whatever it is, a lack of trust in that is a reflection of a lack of trust in you, and vice versa. So this is coming to a head for you in January, where you're going to be challenged to trust yourself and act from a place of certainty, and your feelings of success, achievement, and peace rely on your ability to do just that, to act from a place of certainty, to be certain, to feel certain in the moment about your decisions, and so that you're able to look back at your life, no matter what you learn, no matter what new perspectives you come into, no matter what enlightenment reaches you in the future, you're still able to look back at your life and be like, well, considering everything that I knew in that moment, I know that I did the best. I know I made the best choice for me, including if it ultimately was a mistake that expanded me. It's much harder. It's much easier to regret decisions we make when we didn't listen to ourselves than it is to regret decisions we made because we listened. The times where we make mistakes because we listen to our deeper inner truth, our higher power, our highest self, it's harder to regret a decision like that because we were in alignment at the time. So we're able to see the benefits of the mistake. We're able to recognize, oh, that mistake helped me. That mistake expanded me. It's so much harder to do that when it was a lack of alignment that led to the decision, or it was trying to align to someone else's truth. Trying to adopt someone else's certainty that was in direct conflict with your own. So that you're turning that on its head in January, Cancer. You are challenging that, especially for those of you who have really struggled with that in your life. You are challenging that. That is changing for you now. 2021, you're kicking it off with a new awareness about this. And it's really exciting because I think for many of you, I'm hearing this is a huge missing piece in your search for peace. A missing piece in your search for peace. A missing piece in your search for success, or what you associate with success, the feeling of being successful. For many of you, that sense of certainty is requiring you to rebel against conventional and traditional ideas, things that you have subscribed to, philosophies, beliefs, feelings that you have subscribed to all your life because that was the conventional, traditional way for some reason. It's subscribing to a dogma that was projected upon you rather than consciously choosing to live by that dogma, something you inherited. And the Hierophant comes up when we are being asked to rebel against that convention, when we are opening ourselves up to deeper truths so that an inner dogma can emerge, an inner doctrine that we craft ourselves based on our unique experiences, our unique being. This is a huge part in your spiritual education. For some of you, you are going to be listening to yourself means going back to school. It means or becoming a student in a more metaphorical sense. Maybe not a literal student. Maybe not you're literally going back to school, but you are putting yourself into a student position in some way, in a learning position in some way. You are starting over in some way, and you're learning the ropes of something. You're becoming a beginner again. You're becoming the observer again, and you're deepening your education. And that is what's providing you that sense of certainty, aligned with self-trust. For others of you, this is about breaking away from an institution, breaking away from the institution so that you can grow beyond what the institution will allow you to become. And either one, this is a huge step in your spiritual mission in life. This is about your spiritual mission. And you cannot, this is what's, I think, really crucial, Cancer, for you to understand, is you can't move further down your path without developing the self-trust and self-reliance that Spirit is calling on you to develop right now. without working on that, without working towards setting yourself up for certainty, that inner certainty, without focusing on that, prioritizing that, you cannot further your spiritual mission in this life. That is crucial for the next step, for the next steps you take in your spiritual journey, the next steps you take for the sake of your purpose in life, what you're here to do. So this is very, very important work that you're doing, and your partner, your colleague in this is your higher self. It's between you and your higher self. It's between you and greater power. Those terms are interchangeable. If you are able to do this, the kind of success and achievement that you will experience will be undeniable to everyone around you, because we got 2 Pentacles cards here, 9 of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. This work results in very tangible success, tangible earthly success, but that's just a bonus. That is only a bonus to the inner success, which is the feeling that precedes the action, the feeling that precedes the physical result. That physical result is a bonus to the work that you're doing in here first. It's a reversal of what so many of us are conditioned to believe, which is that we need the external in order to feel the internal. This is about creating the internal so that then you can welcome the external into your life. And this is a great, great spiritual lesson for you. Really exciting stuff, Cancer. I'm so excited to see how this plays out for you in January. I'd love to hear specifically how this is looking for you. Feel free to comment below. Share with me some juicy deets. I love connecting with you in this way. I'm so grateful to connect with you in this way. Thank you for being here. If you haven't liked or subscribed or shared this channel, please do so now. It would mean so much to me. It is that feedback that encourages me to keep doing this and keep offering this support for you and others. And I'm really devoted to building this community here, this community of people who really are devoted to and invested in self-growth, because it's working on ourselves bettering ourselves that ultimately betters the world. So that being said, thank you for being here. I love you, Cancer. Happy New Year, and I hope 2021 brings everything that you dream of into your reality.